Hello, Peter Merrick again, and I just want to share some thoughts with you before the night ends, and it has to do with getting old and reflecting back on a lot of experiences that I've had, and I've had a lot of them because I've been in the world of sales and finance and insurance for almost 30 years, and I've seen it all, and I've survived, and I want to share with you tonight about the greatest salesman I ever met. And it wasn't until 20 years after I met him that I understood his genius. Because, like everyone else, I bought into the external, not understanding the internal. So, this individual, his name was Murray. And he had over 1,000 clients. He'd been in the business forever. And he would sit down with people, and it was almost like magic. They would take his pen, they would sign over all their life savings and go into the recommendations that he made. And this happened again and again. And I've spoken to people over the years, and we've all agreed that Murray was a gifted salesperson. He just had it. He brought trust out. And when I was young, I wanted to be like Murray. I studied things like neuro-linguistic programming. I took it to such a high level that I studied medical hypnosis for 10 years. Can you believe that? That's a story in itself, and I'll teach you about that later on in future videos. I wanted to be like Murray because every time I saw Murray sit down with a client, the client would just do what Murray suggested. So when I met Murray for the first time, and I was in one of his sales training programs because he ran a brokerage firm, and he used to love training young guys like myself. One of the things that he impressed upon all of us is you have to believe in what you're selling. You literally have to believe. He shared with me in the group, in the training we had, that we sell intangibles. It's not real. You can't really touch it. You might get some type of slip from some mutual fund company or some bank as a CD or a certificate that you own, a security. However, it's not something that you can touch. It's not like an apple or an orange or a house where you can just touch it. It's an intangible. So he said you have to believe in what you're selling. Because if you believe, you'll be believed. And that was something that always stuck in my mind. However, I wanted to learn how I could have someone magically sign a piece of paper. He also said something else that didn't really mean that much to me at the time. He said that he had been in the business so long, because he was much older than me. He could have been my father. He was actually my father's age. And he said, hopefully I can go and share with you my experiences so you don't have to make the same mistakes. And I think that was also the gift. Because one of the things about life is unless you go out there and you do, you don't really get to figure out yourself. And one of the things that he impressed upon me that I didn't realize until much later is if you're going to be good at anything, you have to truly believe it. And if you are going to be really good at it, you have to invest the time. You have to believe in what you're selling. And then that's going to go and cause trust because we communicate to people in so many different ways. I've read, and I like to believe it, that only 3% of our communication to other people happen to be through our words. A good 23% happens to be through our tonality, the expressions we make with our voices. But most importantly, people look at our body language. Are we comfortable in our own skin? And what Murray was impressing upon all of us is if you believe that what you're doing is the best you can possibly do, other people are going to sense it. And Murray was a good person. That's why people liked Murray. That's why I like Maria. That's why I wanted to be like Maria. So if you're starting off in sales and you're having difficulty, ask yourself one big question. What you're selling, is it something you believe in? And if it's something that you can't believe in, it will be corrosive. I share a little story with people who know me better, but now since you guys are watching me, I'm going to share it with you. My start was in a bucket shop. You know what that is? They would sell penny stock. I didn't stay there very long because I saw what happened to the people who actually did. These people, after they would sell people, people who'd been there for a long period of time, they would sell them these penny stocks that they knew that most likely they would never see their money again. They would go out at night and they would drink. And whatever money they made, they drank away because what they were doing, they knew it was corrosive. It wasn't helping people. So if you want to be successful, be the tortoise, not the hare. Find something you believe in, stick at it, become the best that you possibly can, and you will find your audience. People who actually can sense that. And I'm going to leave you with 3 questions that we all have to ask when we're going to be dealing with someone, and these are the questions that our clients and our potential clients are going to be asking, whether consciously or unconsciously. And the question is this, or the questions are this. 1, can I trust the person? What does trust mean? It means the person's doing the best that they can do for themselves and also for other people. Number 2, is the person doing the best that they possibly can do? Meaning, are they constantly educating themselves? Are they becoming better? Do they want to become better? Because we want to be with people who grow. And number 3, does the person care about me? Now, it doesn't matter whether the person is a trustworthy person. It doesn't matter if the person is committed to excellence and is trying to improve constantly. If they don't care about you, we don't care to work with them. And that is the way, that is our way to success.